Okay, so what is the main usage of this certification? Okay, and why do we have to do this certification? Let me check whether it is getting recorded or not, the video. Yes, it is getting recorded. Okay, so when I try to talk about the certified secure computer users, what is the main purpose? What is the overview of this certification? Okay, how are we trying to make our data more secure? Either you could talk about like an operating system more secure, or you can talk about like a network infrastructure more secure, or you can talk about any data secure, any asset of the company. Okay, company have so many assert. If you talk about like a normal file, operating system, data, everything, how are we securing that asset? Okay, this certification is from EC Council. Okay, what is the main purpose of doing this certification is securing our data in the sense like operating system, internet security, or through like a mobile application, or like a or like a cloud application. How are we making it more secure? Because this certification is all about securing an asset of the organization. Okay, so let's just discuss now. When you see this exam, you have to go and write on the EC Council. Okay, EC Council is what? EC Council is a provider which will provide a cyber security certifications. Okay, so this is the first certification. This is like an entry level certification called Certified Secure Computer User. Once you do this certification, then there will be a second certification called Network Security Administrator. Okay, then once you do either you can do this certification or you can do this certification. If you do like any one of the certification, then you are what? You will be eligible for the CEH certification. Okay, then this one is followed by what? CHFI. Either you can do like CHFI or you can do ECSA. Okay, it's like an advanced level of CEH. After that one, there is certification followed by what? LPT, that is license penetration testing. Okay, so now what are the main benefit when you do this certification? Okay, see, this is in terms of when you try to do this certification, it's like a domain level in terms of how are we securing our network devices, how are we securing our operating system. Okay, everything will be there in that certification. So, what is the course outline for this certification? Okay, see here, course this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 modules are there in this one, right from the starting. Okay, so we will discuss one by one in detail. Okay, so now how much is the cost of the exam? This exam costs, $650 something is the cost of the exam, and you like a number of questions in the exams are how much? 50 questions, and how much the length of the test? Length of the test is of 2 hours, and the passing score is 70% for this exam. Okay, now who will do the CSCU certification first of all? See, this certification will provide what exactly? This certification show you completely how are we protecting the company asset. As I told you, asset can be many ways. Okay, asset can be an operating system. Asset can be like a networking devices. Asset can be a normal file or folders on the PC. How are we securing? See, every company looks at what? Every company privacy is very important. Okay, so what are the benefit when we try to do this certification? When you try to do this certification, you will completely learn how are the attacks will happen on these devices and how are we securing it. Okay, so now when you try to look at down here, the basic fundamental thing when you try to talk about like computer devices or network security devices. Okay, you see attacks are happening in many ways as I told you, right? On system, on network, on website, on mobile application. Okay, so these are the fundamental understanding will be provided when you do this CSCU certification. Okay, we will completely discuss in detail what is viruses and backdoor, what is email hoaxes, what is cyber stalking, what is cyber buying, how the data will get lost, and how are we trying to how are we like recovering that data once it get lost. How are the hacking activities are happening? What is social engineering? What are the different types of attacks are there? We'll discuss one by one in detail. Okay, when you do this certification. Okay, now what are the course outline? Okay, when we try to do this certificate, introduction to the data security, it's a basic building block. Okay, how are we making our data more secure? And whenever the attack are happening, okay, there are different ways. Okay, CIA tried. Okay, I will discuss that one once we started in more detail. Okay, What are the losses when the attack will happen? If for example, most of the time, what will happen? Data will get attacked, but these people will not take a backup also. Okay, so how are we implementing the security standards and how are we implementing the proper tools to protect the data? We'll discuss in detail in this unit 1. Okay, unit 2 is what exactly? How are we securing the operating system? Like example, Windows and Linux OS. Whenever attack happen on the Windows PC or on the Linux PC or on the Mac OS PC, what are the guidelines are we approaching? How are we making it more secure? What our operating system? Number third, malware and antivirus. What is malware? See, when we try to put a virus inside a software, become what? Malware. We'll discuss what are different types of malware are there. What is antivirus? How are we configuring the antivirus software? How do we test when the attack is happening? How do we rectify that is a malware or not? We'll discuss in detail. Okay. Number fourth unit, we'll discuss about the internet security. Okay. In internet security, we'll discuss in detail about the web browser concept. Okay, we'll discuss in detail about the child online safety. How do we try to protect to block from the site which it doesn't need to go onto that site? Okay, number 15, we'll discuss in detail about the social engineering attacks. For example, like if Facebook get hacked or Instagram get hacked or other social engineering, say like social networking sites get hacked. How are we avoiding that to get hacked? What are the tools are we using to make sure these social networking sites should not get hacked? We'll discuss in detail. Okay, sometimes what will happen? How are we securing our email communication? Because what will happen now? Emails are getting hacked. Okay, when they are getting an interchange, data is getting interchanged, emails are getting interchanged, that emails are getting hacked. Okay, how are we securing the mobile devices concept? Whenever attack happened on the mobile devices, all on the iPhone, all on the Android devices, how are we using the Windows devices to secure the mobile? From our Windows devices, we can able to secure what? The mobile phone. Okay, what are the different types of mobile security tools are there? That one also we discuss in detail in the unit number 7 of CSCU. Okay, unit number 8, attacks will happen on the cloud. See, clouds are, you see, we work on the cloud, right? Amazon Web Services, Azure, Google Cloud and all. Okay, how threats are happening in the cloud? What safeguard are we measuring? What are the privacy issues which will going to come? How are we avoiding again these attacks? We'll discuss. How are we securing the network connection? Okay, attacks will happen on the Wi-Fi, right? You are aware of the basic command. You are aware of the basic commands, right? The basic, like on the Windows and Linux. How are we securing that one in terms of like a wireless network? Okay, so this is the number 9th unit. Number 10th, we'll discuss about the data backup and disaster. Whenever we try to take a backup, what are the different types of backup? We know what are different types, right? Incremental backup and all. When we try to do a backup, either on Windows or on Linux, data will get hacked. How are we securing the data whenever data is getting transferred? Okay, all these things we'll completely discuss in detail. Okay, this is a completely a certified secure computer user certification training program. Okay, if you need any other training program, please contact our website www.resourcesjunction.com. Okay, I'm just putting right here. Okay, resourcesjunction.com. Just making a size pretty much bigger now so that it will be more easier for you guys to see. Let me make the size bigger. Okay, resourcesjunction.com. Any questions you have, you can contact me on that number, which is already there in resourcesjunction.com. Okay, thank you for my end. Thank you.